everybody. Welcome to our first Lessons from Leaders training call. I'm really excited about this. I actually got this idea from a Diamond Ambassador. The goal is for every once in a while, we'll have some of the leaders on the team, those close to gold, gold, senior gold, and above, ruby, senior ruby, will come on and give their top one or two tips. We don't want to take up a lot of y'all's time, but we want to share with you guys just some tips that we've learned, whether it's something that we did in the beginning that helped. Maybe it's something we wish we had done in the beginning or wish we hadn't done, something that we tell our new people who are starting out. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. There's a lot of different people that are going to be sharing each week. Everyone has a different perspective and something that's worked for them. So I'm really excited to kind of pick their brains a little bit and have them share with us some of their top tips for success. So Lindsay is going to go first. She lives in Metro Atlanta. She is a teacher and a wife and has two sweet little girls, and I cannot wait to hear what her tips for you guys are. So Lindsay, go ahead.
All right. Can you hear me? Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be here tonight. And my top tips are about posting on Facebook, especially in the beginning of your Plexus journey. So the first thing that I want to talk about is to be authentic. It's your journey that people are going to pay attention to, and it's not necessarily the products that are going to catch their attention in the beginning. So the more real you can be and the more that they connect with what you are doing, the more productive your posts are going to be. So keep it real, staying away from the graphics and the salesy type ads are really important in the beginning because it is your story that people are going to connect to and not just the products. The second thing is to be consistent. People don't always see every post that you make. Facebook is really funny like that, so don't assume that just because you post something and you had somebody in mind that would see that post that they automatically are going to see it. So continue to be consistent, post every day, and don't always assume that people see your posts. The second thing is one that I had to learn the hard way, and that is don't seek validation from the likes and the comments in your posts, because people aren't going to like and comment on your post most likely. But they are watching, they do see it, and you will have people coming out of the woodwork at random times that say, hey, I've been watching, I've been seeing all of your posts, and they have never even mentioned that they had seen anything before. So don't worry about that, just keep doing your thing. I always try to have a target audience for every post that I make. So if I know of someone that's suffering from allergies, I make sure that I post about that several times because, like I said, they don't always see every post that you make. And also, I listen to what people are saying, people around me. I hear it when people are starting to suffer from their allergies. I'm thinking, okay, I need to post some things about allergies. If I hear people talking about they can't sleep at night, I make posts about being able to sleep better with Plexus. So listen to people. You don't always have to push your sales on them, but just throw it out there and let the Plexus do the talking. The third thing is to be present. When you're on Facebook, engage with people. These are your non-Plexus friends. You always want to stay active in their news feeds, which means the more you like and comment on their posts, the more they are going to see your posts. So stay present. You've got to create a brand for yourself on Facebook, and that includes things outside of Plexus, so things that you're interested in, things that are funny, things that you enjoy doing, so that you keep your audience. And that is all I'm going to share with you tonight. And I'm going to introduce Nicole. She is from Atlanta, Georgia, and thanks to Plexus, she gets to be a stay-at-home mom, and she's been doing some amazing things, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
Hey everyone, so I have to agree with everything that Lindsay just said. I do all the same things that that she said, and I especially have to agree with what she said on not worrying about people not liking or commenting on your Plexus stuff, because people are still watching. So keep it up even if no one is interacting with what you're posting about when it comes to Plexus. So anyway, I'm going to be talking a little bit about duplication on your team. So as you are building a team, you need to be teaching this duplication so that your team will continue to grow. If you don't have this duplication, then eventually your team is just going to die off, and then it's just going to fall apart. So since you can't teach everyone in your levels, like 1 through 7, 1 through 10, it's best if you just teach your level 1s. And if you have to, your level 2s, your level 3s. Pour into all of your runners, but you want to have that duplication going on. So to teach duplication, I'm going to try to make this short, but you want to keep things simple. The more complicated that you make your system, then people won't be able to follow it. So try to keep it simple, and then you want to lead by example. So be who you want your team to be, and be the leader that you would want for yourself. So, for instance, if you're not being consistent, then they're not going to be consistent. So practice what you preach, in a sense. So, and then also, number 3, pass on to your team what you are learning as you continue to learn. Obviously, you're not going to have all the answers right away, and that's fine. But as you learn, pass it on to your team. Number 4, teach a clear and specific system for your team to follow. Something that I do is I complete the joining process together when I have a new ambassador. And then once that new ambassador joins, you connect that new ambassador to all the team pages, so add them to the team pages. You want to welcome them to the team pages, and you want to do this soon after they join. We're talking within 2 hours, because you want to keep that momentum going. They are excited right now. They just started this brand new journey, so you want to keep that excitement going. So welcome them to the team pages as soon as they join. And then also be posting on your own wall whenever someone joins your team, because not only does this show your friends that people are joining, which creates that law of attraction, and then they're realizing, okay, well, she is going somewhere with this Plexus thing, so maybe I can trust her, maybe I can join her team. But it also helps that new team member to possibly get interest as well, especially if you tag them in it. Then even if they're just doing it for the wholesale prices, one of their friends might be thinking, well, I've heard a little bit about this Plexus stuff, and I've maybe been kind of considering ordering, so I guess I can order from her then. So even if they're wholesale, if they can get a customer, they might realize, okay, well, there's actually a good business here, and I can actually make money with this. And then who knows, that wholesale customer might end up becoming one of your best sellers. Okay, number 5, help them with their debut post, and then comment on it. You want to be showing them a lot of love, especially on that debut post. And then also what you can do is tell people on the team pages that your new ambassador made a debut post, and say, hey, go send it some love, and then have everyone else shower them with love on their new debut post. Again, you want to keep that energy going. So that kind of helps them with it. It helps build their confidence. Okay, so number 6, equip them with the tools that they need to succeed. So in our case, we have the 30-Day Success Guide. And I think it's wonderful, and I thank Brittany and Andrea for putting that together. So the 30-Day Success Guide, definitely give that to them. You want to show them where the files on the team page are, because there are a lot of really helpful information, really helpful documents in there. Make sure they know where to find the files, and then give them the videos they need to watch, such as maybe how to get around the back office. I always send the How to Go Silver video that Timmy Yancey does, because I love it. And then also make sure they know where to find testimonials and the graphics to use as they're posting. Otherwise, they won't know what to be posting every day. Number 7, do a welcome call with them and your upline. And again, do this within their first week, within their first 5 days if possible. This again has to go with keeping their energy going and keeping their excitement going and that momentum going. And also because a lot of times people, especially new ambassadors, they get discouraged right off. I find that a lot of people within their first week, they might get discouraged thinking, well, why in the world am I not exploding this business already? Even though it's a business here, and it does take time to build. But It tends to be discouraging at first. I know that I wanted to quit my first week, and I'm glad I didn't, but you want to remind your new ambassadors that it's okay if it's not exploding really fast, because their people are still skeptics, and there are a lot of skeptics out there, so they have to take time to really learn about Plexus. So anyway, do a team call with them. You want to build their confidence again. You want to make sure they know what they're doing. Okay, and then number 8, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up. Help them to reach what's called quick success. This is actually something that I learned in another video, and I can't remember who it was that even did it, but they said quick success was getting 1 to 2 new customers in their first 30 days or 3 new ambassadors in their first 30 days. And you want to do this because if they are making money, they're going to be more likely to stay on your team and to stay active and to keep going. So try to do whatever you can to help them reach that quick success within their first 30 days. So you can do that by helping them create their contact list. You can do that by helping them message people. Maybe they don't know what to be saying when someone will ask them, what is Plexus, or what product should I be taking, or how does this business work? You can do 3-way group chats on Facebook, or even better, do 3-way calls or 3-way video chats with them and their potentials, because that will really help them. I know Brittany did this with me a lot when I first joined, and it helped me tremendously. So I recommend that to everyone. But do whatever you can to help them make money within their first 30 days. That way they will be more likely to continue on and stay active on your team. And then, of course, you want to do their launch party. Again, do this really soon to keep that excitement going. And then I'll try to end on this one. Don't do all the work for them. I did this, and it hurt my team. You want to make sure that they are becoming independent. So show them where to find the answers, but don't give them all the answers, if that makes sense. Don't write out everything that they need to send their potentials word for word. Tell them, okay, well, you can find this in the file section of the team page. Head there, there's a document that will help you. If they need certain testimonials, say, okay, go to the photo section. They have a whole album right there, and you can get them there. So equip them, but don't handicap them by doing all the work for them. So, and then remember, in that their first few days and maybe in their first week or so, they're going to be overwhelmed. They're going to think they have to learn everything right away, or that they maybe are not doing a very good job because they're not exploding their business right away. So just be there for them, encourage them, support them. But I will leave it at that. I'm sorry, I ended up going a little bit longer than I had planned. But up next, I'm going to introduce to you one of my good friends from college. Her name is Taylor Mann, and she is from Whidbey Island, Washington. So Taylor, you can take it from here.
Hi guys. I loved everything Nicole shared. It was so great. I just wanted to share a couple things that have helped me a lot with getting customers. And the first thing is developing relationships. There's a quote that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And it's so true, especially in our business, showing people how much you care, and not just something that's going to get them interested in your business. Their everyday lives. Maybe they asked for prayer on their Facebook page, like pray for them, check up on them a few days later, ask them how things are going. That means a whole lot more than you may realize. And when people realize how much you care, they'll be more interested in what you have, and even if they don't end up buying from you or becoming an ambassador, they'd be more apt to tell other people about your business and kind of help expand your network. I just am a very curious person, I guess. I ask lots of questions. I like to find out what people are up to and talk to them. But I think that it's something that can be learned too. And obviously we can't talk about all of that tonight, but if you have the chance, I really encourage you to read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It will change the way you interact with people. It's amazing. But I just think building relationships is a huge part of getting people's trust and getting people interested in your business, because they want to know that you genuinely care about them, that you're not just trying to make a sale. And the other thing is helping people to realize the value of the product. When I first looked at Plexus, I was really overwhelmed by the price, and it is a lot when you first look at it. And so when I started selling the products and people would ask me how much is it, I would panic because I knew I couldn't be the only person who was overwhelmed by that. So I would talk to people about how it saves money because you don't buy pop or snacks, coffee, all that kind of stuff. Um, or less prescriptions, that kind of stuff, and it worked. But I realized that I started getting more people interested when I took the time to really help them realize the value of the product by asking them, what kind of results are you looking for, and then tailoring the conversation to that, sending them testimonies of people who have found results regarding the same thing that they're looking for, sharing what it's been doing for me and my family and my customers. So that was a huge part in getting new customers and things like that. So being excited but not like throwing up Plexus everywhere, just tailoring it to to what they are looking for. And then when they actually do ask me how much things are, that amazing video that Brittany made about gut health, I always send that. I just ask, hey, I'm going to get all these prices together for you. There's a few ways to order. I want to make sure you know all about that. So if you just take a few minutes to watch this video, it's super informative. It's not going to try to sell you any products. It'll just really help you understand how our products work and how important gut health is. And I found that after people watch that video, they're really excited, if they weren't already, because it's really good information. And then when I send them the amounts, it doesn't seem as much because they realize the value of the product. And I've also started adding in parentheses next to the full price how much it is per day. And I think that kind of helps people overlook the total amount of the products, and it really just helps them realize the value of what they're getting. So that's just something that's really helped me. I'm actually going to be introducing Paige next. She is from Montgomery, Alabama, and she is a dance teacher.
It looks like you're muted, Paige.
I'm good.
Okay.
Told you I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, one thing I feel really worked for me when I was starting out was establishing a trust with the potentials. That's still something I think is pretty important to carry on now, and I like to do that with my team, and so they can try to duplicate that too. So by building a trust, you show that you truly are interested in them and that you care for their health. You want to actually help them. So to me, that meant knowing more than just the products. Meant knowing more about their issue, and I'm not just trying to sell them something. So even if I knew what product would work the best for them, I still took time to research it and find out what the most natural way to heal that and what the root problem of their issue most likely was. So just some quick tips on how to build that trust. One, you want to ask them about their health concerns. You want to know what's wrong with them, why they feel that way, and make sure they feel comfortable to talk to you, because some people will come right out with it and they don't mind, and then some, I feel like you have to drag it out of them. But you want them to feel comfortable. So be open and honest and share what your issues are so they can kind of relate, and you can find if you have common ground, and that makes them feel even more better. So just always be open and honest so they want to communicate and open up more to you. So then the next one to me would be find out what they've already done. Find out if they've already done some kind of diet, or if they're wanting to try a new diet, or even what products they've already used before. Maybe they've used another company, or they used some over-the-counter stuff, or they've gone to the doctor to get like prescription for weight loss. So just find out what they're already doing and what they're already using, and that way you can kind of compare and just know for yourself and know enough to share with them too. So take all that research and go. I'm a huge anatomy nerd, so I like learning. I love learning what's going on with the body, so I like knowing what's going on. So I will research the issue, find the problems, find the root problem, find the most natural way to fix that problem. I even will stay up to like 2 or 3 in the morning watching holistic doctors teach on what they do and what they share, because I feel if I can say, hey, Dr. So-and-so thinks this too, so clearly I know a little bit about it. So once I take all that research, I go back to them, and I like what I call make them body aware, because I like knowing what's going on. So if I can teach someone else to pay attention to their own body, maybe they'll become more aware of what they need to do and why they need Plexus. So bring all the knowledge you know, what you've learned, what you've researched, all the testimonies, find specific ones if you can't relate, because I can't always relate. So that gives me more of a challenge to expand my knowledge and get out there and just find as much research as I can. So once you have all that, then you know how to explain the importance of their gut health and stabilize blood sugar levels and their hormone imbalance, how much that plays a part in every issue, especially gut health. Lord help me, this world needs to know about gut health. And it drives me up the wall, but they need to know. So if you have all this research and you're showing them like, hey, I'm trying to help you. So we all know that leads to triflex. So once you've established that trust and they're listening to you, then I like to promote and try to sell that product, because now they have more of an understanding of why they need it, what's going on with their body, and why Plexus has something they can benefit from. So all that leads to a relationship with them. You're building that trust. You're helping them feel more comfortable, knowing that you're truly there to help them, and that you want to take your time to invest in them, and you want to get healthy together, and you want to do it the natural way without just saying, here's this, take this because I just know it works. Just teach them, because there's a lot of people out there who really aren't body aware. So that to me is what I feel worked the most for me. So, yeah. That's all.
I think you're muted, Andrea.
Okay, sorry. You'd think I know how to do this by now. So I'm just going to end our call out. I have my book full of notes here from everybody. Thank you so much for sharing, girls. It's always so fantastic to hear from everyone just those neat little tips, that those little goodies for everybody. So like I said, I have my notes, and what I want to encourage everyone to do is, you know, you've learned things here tonight. Even if it's things that you knew before, it's just a good refresher. Now take these things and run with them. Kind of like Paige said, take all that knowledge and go. I wrote that down. So you have to apply what you're learning. Use it to build your business. Use it to strengthen your business. I really appreciate all the tips tonight, girls. Thank you so much.
Bye.